I have found another example of subtle false information in the midst of a lecture of Bart Ehrman or a podcast. And he is talking about the Gospel of Luke. And apparently Bart Ehrman thinks that Jesus has spent 3 days and 3 nights in the tomb, according to the Bible. Let me play what he's saying.
The Son of God. It's like, oh, this is not good. And so they go back, and they go back to Jerusalem to try and find him. They search for 3 days. So it's not an accident that he's gone for 3 days and then reappears. Okay, this is foreshadowing the resurrection narrative.
How is it foreshadowing the resurrection narrative? Because they travel for a day, and then after another 3 days they find him in the temple. So first of all, that's 4 days. But even so, when Jesus was crucified on a Friday and rose on a Sunday, he wasn't gone for 3 days. Now I know that people get this from Jesus saying that as Jonah was in the belly of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights, so the Son of Man must be in the belly of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. And then people say, well, this has to match the time that he was not there, that he was dead, right? Well, it turns out that you find very interesting papers and articles about the saying in the heart of the earth, deciphering the Jonah saying. So you can find this on Sage Journals if you Google for this term up here, or maybe I'm just going to link it in the video. But pretty much, if you go through this, it explains to you that the heart of the earth that Jesus talks about is actually Jerusalem. And they do a comparison between Jonah in the belly and Jesus in Jerusalem, where he's in Gethsemane praying, and when Jonah is praying in the belly of the whale. Very interesting. Just read this. So Bart Ehrman doesn't know about this. Second thing, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. I to be honest, I should have done more search before I did the video, but I think the 3 days and 3 nights is only in Matthew 12:40 and not even in Luke. Matthew 12:40. As Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the great fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. And I don't think this is even in Luke. Luke just says that Jesus rose on the 3rd day. That's all. And I mean, if he's crucified on a Thursday and rises on a Sunday, that's the 3rd day. And even if Matthew mentions 3 days and 3 nights, most likely they don't refer to the time he was dead, but rather the time he spent in Jerusalem in total. So now you know why I'm saying I don't like the slack. He's slack. The slack way that he comes across.
The Son of God. It's like, oh, this is not good. And so they go back, and they go back to Jerusalem to try and find him. They search for 3 days. So it's not an accident that he's gone for 3 days and then reappears. Okay, this is foreshadowing the resurrection.
Of course, Bart. And I would say that's complete and utter bullshit. Oh, man.